The reason why I started this song is because, well, not only because I want you to be engaged a bit more, but also because I think that if you're here, if you're interested in something like that, it's just because you are somehow socially sensitive. Somehow you care about a better planet, a better future, and you want to proactively change something in what's going on. This is basically the spirit and philosophy of this initiative that helped in collaboration with the Global Clinton Initiative and with Water.org, which is the foundation of McDonald, are running for the second time this year. I represent HALT because HALT is the school disorganizers. And the idea is to create a case challenge that's got exactly those lines. We want to put all students coming from different backgrounds, different nationalities, different cultures as well, and we want to challenge them in this competition in order to tackle the world's toughest social challenges. One of those is definitely the crisis, clean water crisis. That's why we have signed this partnership with Water.org, and this is why we want to create something. We want to challenge students so that they come up with a strategy, an idea that is doable and affordable, and let's say that it is easy to deploy and implement within a certain budget. We're doing this for the second time. Last year, we were in partners with Microsoft, One Laptop for a Child, and IXL Center. Participants were basically all the business schools that you can think of. All, of course, participated, as well as Harvard, INSEAD, Oxford, Imperial College, Bocconi here in Italy, for example. And the question last year was how to increase the deployment of all One Laptop for a Child in the developing countries. They've been given a question. That's the idea of a case challenge. You have a topic and you have a question to solve a specific problem. Last year there was a problem because they were manufacturing a laptop that costed $200, but they had a budget of $100, as you can see there. So they had trouble in creating this laptop and selling it at a fair price in developing countries. What happened was that, and that's funny, even though normally, usually, all the business schools come with their MBA teams, this time the winning idea was a laptop created by a second-year bachelor group of students from Imperial College, and they won the competition, and they ran this project in collaboration with Microsoft and One Laptop for a Child. Just to let you know that it's really not only MBA students that normally win, and it's not only Harvard that usually wins. This year, what we're doing is, again, try to identify a solution for global clean water crisis. As I was saying before, we have partnered with Matt Damon Foundation, Water.org, because that is the topic of this challenge, in collaboration with Global Clinton Initiative. Bill Clinton is willing to partner with us, and he will be basically hosting us when we will do this challenge. I'm going to explain to you how this thing is structured. What he's doing, Clinton, is, of course, in his board of this foundation, he has different leaders around the world. And he's doing, on one hand, fundraising for projects, and on the other hand, he's doing, of course, trying to create a network of students as well as companies to implement projects for social entrepreneurship. Let's call it that way. Now, I wanted to show you that video. The official video of the whole global case challenge, so that you have an overview, an idea of who is involved in this thing and what is going to be basically the main aim of this project.
Actually, more people have died from water-related diseases than die from violence and wars, all combined. It's one of those issues that's under the radar that doesn't get the attention that it needs.
20 seconds a child dies because they don't have access to clean water, and over 1 billion people today don't have access to water or sanitation. Generally, we tend not to focus on the big problems in the world because we believe that they're too big to solve.
The intention of the whole Global Case Challenge is to really provide a wide scale of solutions to address a particular social challenge. Last year, when I was a student in class, I heard Charles King, the president and CEO of One Laptop Per Child, talk about the business challenges that his organization faced. And he mentioned something along the lines of local knowledge is needed to solve global problems. And immediately I thought of the whole global network. I thought of an opportunity to bring together students via the whole business schools worldwide.
It became clear that the challenges that we had as a project were both business related, they were engineering related, there were all sorts of challenges that business students could contribute toward.
The reason it's important to get business leaders and future business leaders involved is because we're trying to create sustainable solutions. And sustainable solutions to these great global problems have to be market-based solutions. So business leaders understand that. It's not just philanthropy, it's not just social responsibility, but it's a combination of profitability and social responsibility.
So on March 5th, 2011, student teams of 5 will come from the world's top institutions to compete at one of the 5 locations where we're holding our regional events. Those are in Dubai, London, San Francisco, Shanghai, and Boston.
President Clinton will be personally involved in presenting the winners with their certificates at an April ceremony here in New York City.
The really insightful thing about this challenge is that it's been paired with a cash grant of $1 million that will go a long way to help see these ideas just not sit on the shelf, but to be deployed.
One of the nice things about the whole Global Case competition is that it is a win-win-win situation. It's great for the students, it's good for the whole business school, but most of all, it can help to bring fresh water to the bottom of the economic pyramid.
The people who benefit are the ones who are living in horrible conditions today. But at the same time, you can say that the students themselves are going to benefit because they're going to learn that they can put their MBA to good use, not just for profit-making opportunities, but also for socially responsible opportunities.
We know what to do today in order to be able to get safe water to people. We just lack kind of the ingenuity, the innovation, and the willpower, and the financial resources to get it done. What's needed is new, innovative approaches if we're going to get safe water and sanitation to everyone.
Now you have an idea of basically the philosophy of all these case challenges. The idea is to be involved in something that is socially responsible, but from a business perspective. The idea is not only to make profit, but to create something that is profitable, but also socially sensitive. That has a look at what the problems are in the main problems, let's say, in the most less developed countries. I just want to have very quickly, I don't know how many of you, do you know HALT? How many of you know HALT? How many? No one. Right. So very quickly, HALT is an American business school. Used to be at the School of Management and was born in Boston. Now it's got 5 different campuses after the EAP founder and entrepreneur, Holt, bought it a few years ago. Well, it was born in '64, and then it was bought by the Hull, who basically opened different campuses, among which Shanghai, Dubai, and San Francisco very recently. Well, today it is the first business school for international experience, the fifth in international business, and then it's it's sort of well ranked among the top 1 business schools in the world. Just to give you an idea of what we do and what the school and the scope and the scale of this university, and the reason why they decided also to partner with us as a business school. Now comes the competition that's the most important part probably for you now. Who can participate? First of all, students that are past or present from any business school, college, university in the world are invited to participate, and for groups of up to 5 people. You can be alone or you can be in a group of 5, a team of 5. There are 3 conditions that apply. First, all participants do not need to come from the same institution. So you can partner with other universities, other students from other people. That's something, well, it's not very common in Europe, but in the United States, for example, you have Harvard University and Harvard Business School. There's 2 separate entities, and they can partner together. That's pretty much it. Second thing, only 1 alumnus is allowed to participate. So let's say that you have a very important consultant that used to be a student at Polytechnic, you can call him and ask him, or a good engineer, anyone. But you're allowed to bring just 1. No faculty members are allowed, and that's basically a simple reason for that.
Can I make a question to interrupt you?
Yeah.
Is I have a case. We have a graduation in March.
Yeah.
How do you count these kind of students?
Well, they should have applied before.
Okay.
So yeah, they shouldn't be any issue.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem. The competition is divided in 2 parts. The first one is the regional competition. The regional competition will take place on the 5th of March. But I'm here presenting a different thing. Let me explain that. What's going to happen on the 5th of March is that the schools that you have seen have already signed up for this, and we have completely run out of spaces for everyone. So there is no option for any other university to apply for the 5th of March. What's going to happen the 5th of March is that the schools that you have seen before will go to one of our campuses and will be given a case, and they will have 6 hours to come up with a solution. The winner of every single campus will go to the grand final in New York. The grand final will take place on the 28th of April and in New York, and Bill Clinton will give his keynote speech in front of everyone and will basically hand out the prize of $1 million that Paul will donate to the campus. What is going to happen, and the reason why I'm here and the reason why I'm inviting you, is that we have created what we call wildcard. The reason for that is that, first of all, last year, most of the students that you've seen in the school had signed up with their MBA team. But we're inviting the same business schools, the same schools as well as other schools, to participate as bachelors, as masters, as anything. The reason for that is, first of all, because we've seen that last year the most successful team was a bachelor, made of bachelor students. And second, because we want to give let's say, they call it serendipity, the idea of creating something that comes from nothing, and just because we sort of cross-pollination of different ideas, and the more people participate, the more opportunities there are to create and come up with something that is ideal for the future. So what we do is to create another space, a different space, that will not go through the regional final in any of the 5 campuses, but if we win, we'll go straight to New York. So what's going to happen is this. You as a wildcard will go from here to New York, and you will participate in the grand final, all expensive, and we'll go there and participate in that grand final. How to participate? and that's the most important slide. Today, ideally, you should team up in a team of 1 or 5 students. You have to register in our online form. You can go to our website, and it's at button on every slide. It's allglobal-challenge.com, and you will see it later if you want. But there is an online competition. You have to register there. You will receive the case, and the case challenge question will be released on the 5th of March. The reason for that is because we will cheat. We have, as you can imagine, we have 5 campuses in 5 different time zones. So the first one will be in Shanghai. If the question is the same in Shanghai, the guys in Shanghai will call Boston and will go, guys, that's the question. So if you want to just think about that, this is going to be the question. So we have 5 different questions plus 1 at the end of the day, for San Francisco. And you will see the question, and that is going to be a different question specific for the wildcard. Then you have the 6th of March, you will start the competition. What you have to do is this. Create a 2-minute video where you say who you are, what school you represent, why are you competing, and describe in 2 minutes pretty much what's your sort of elevator pitch. Ideally, what is your solution to the question. Then you can submit, you have to upload your business plan. Ideally, you should be able to write a business plan, and the best thing would be that this business plan is something that basically can be, again, deployed easily, that stays within a budget, so it's cost effective, and is effective, meaning that will actually bring some value to the coach. Then you can write an email very easily to Hassan. Hassan Altuk is not here. He's a Turkish guy that is responsible in Europe for the wildcard. We have opened, just for you to know, we have opened this wildcard around the world. In Europe, there's me doing this in Italy, but normally it's Hassan doing this everywhere. In Europe, and we have 5 other people that are doing pretty much the same thing in 5 regions, and we have 5 places. And we are visiting universities and inviting the more students possible. That's the idea. What you have to write in this email very shortly is your school and team name, the team member information, name, degree, class, mobile number, email, and everything. And then, of course, the most important thing, which is the YouTube link. Because you have to upload that 2 minutes video on YouTube. How are we going to judge this? The 10 best videos will be selected around the world, will be selected, and they will be judged by a jury, and this jury is going to be pretty much the same that will define the winner of every regional competition and final decision. The real final decision, to be honest with you, will be taken with a lot of importance from both the board and the Global Patent Initiative. They are the ones that will say the last word anyway. But how are we going to judge this? And just for you to know, and that's very important, is the number of likes. So call your friends, tell them to like, for example. Of course, we try. You will be given the link. It's all on the website. These things, just for you to know. But the number of likes, as you can imagine, funny videos like cat funny videos and stuff, they have billions of likes. But of course, these they have to be related to something. Of course, we cannot judge who has liked your file, but still, there are other criteria that will be taken into consideration. For example, the presentation, how innovative is your presentation, the way you present your stuff, you market your idea somehow. And most important thing, how actionable is the plan, and how innovative is the idea that you're bringing. Last year, the guys that won, it was just because they were very innovative and they were very cost effective. They managed to produce that laptop with $60 instead of $200, which was, the main problem from, let's say, an engineering perspective for them. Why you should participate? First of all, because you want to somehow be well known around the world, and let's say name for yourself and for you make a name for yourself and for your university. You should be proud of what you're studying, and you will bring back, I'm sure that school will reward you twice for what you're doing if your idea is an effective idea, a right idea, a clever idea. I'm sure that there are professors that are willing to help you in implementing that right after if it's really worth it. Second, there is no cost. There is no fee to apply. There is nothing. YouTube is free. The application is free. As you can see, all expense trip to New York is free as well. We will pay for everything. It's a big experience. It's a nice experience, I guess, because what I think, and it's not only me but everybody involved in this thing, is that if students that should be students, young students, are usually the ones that have brightest ideas and the most updated, and we're sort of aiming reaching a breakthrough in technology or somehow in the idea that you're bringing forward about the future plan. Of course, there are networking possibilities. As you can imagine, being involved in these things will easily connect you to students that are in other environments, in other business schools, and you never know where this is going to lead you. Third, and the other point is you should ideally measure yourself with all the best business schools. All the best business schools are participating, and so I don't want to repeat myself again, but it's not true that only the top 5 business schools for Financial Times will win. It's not written in stone. It's definitely open to everyone to win, and I can tell you that the jury and everybody that will participate in that will just look at you and your presentation and your idea, not where you come from. Otherwise, there is no point on doing this challenge if you already know who's going to win. And again, yeah, it's an expense free, no cost involved. Those are the universities that we were seeing before in video. Those are the business schools that are participating. For now, these guys will go to the regional final, and the good thing is that you're not basically passing through that step. That will somehow, let's say, is a step more that you need to take, and we are trying to avoid that and bring you straight to the grand final. That's, a big plus. As I was saying before, I'm pretty much done. All the information can be found in the website. That's the main website. You can go there and you can find all the information that I just said. In case you need it, you can write down my name, and I have also some business cards, not that many, but I can hand out to you. And that's my email, and you can email me all the questions that you may have. And of course, you can join the conversation. That's very useful, by the way, on Facebook, Twitter, and this is, again, especially for getting to know new people, getting to network at a very international level, and challenge yourself with the ideas that are other guys, as well as getting updates on what's going on what was the outcome, for example, of the regional. You have, and that's something I forgot, I'm sorry, you have until the 21st of March for submitting your video and basically going through this part. Meaning, register as soon as possible, upload the video and create a business plan, and email us on Outlook or at Extra. If any of them, it's fine. And then, yeah, again, you can be here and find more information or email me directly. Thank you very much, Steve. If you have any questions right now, feel free, I'm here, and let me know. Yeah.
What's the status of PhD students?
Sorry, I can
The status of PhD students, what they are only or?
No. They are considered as members of universities.
And if they are assistants?
I don't think there is any problem as long as you don't have more than one alumnus that is completely outside the university, meaning that is not involved in the university. I know that the assistant professor can be considered a faculty member, but it should be like sort of like a permanent professor, or like even if you're a visiting professor, but in your, let's say, home university, let's call it this way, if you're a permanent member of faculty, then you're not allowed to participate. But if you're just an assistant, you can do your PhD, you can. Yeah.
The alumnus has to be a graduate of the same institution?
No. You have, that was one of the points. You can take different universities, different people from different universities if you want. Ideally, when you bring the name, most of the university, what they're doing is to come in with, let's say, 5 teams from Polytechnic. Okay, you have 5 teams, and Polytechnic go on number 1 right now, and you have 1 alumnus that is coming that will study here, but these can be coming from anywhere. If you have someone else that is coming from anywhere else, it's absolutely fine, as long as you have just one.
How many teams will be selected to go to the next stage in New York?
There is one team that is the wild card. Basically, at the grand final in New York, that's a good question. The grand final in New York, what's going to happen is that you have the 5 winners of the 5 different campuses plus 1 more seat for the as a wild card. It's 1 wild card. And these guys will go to New York. And what's going to happen is that we will have, of course, the idea. We will have a business plan. We will have everything. We will put everything in front of the jury. Again, it's very important, the last word of Global Clinton Initiative as well as what's so hard. And they will look at everyone, including the wildcard, and they will decide who's going to win the million prizes and the Global Prize. That's what's going to happen.
When is the deadline to register?
Sorry?
The deadline to register with me.
Well, ideally, you should be able to do it before the 20th. The 20th should be done. What's going to happen is that the 21st, we will close everything and we'll just make the scene. And we will take the 10 best 10 likes. Of course, since if you, let's say, upload a video on YouTube on the 20th, you're not going to have many likes. And again, this is part of it, but it counts in terms of how many people have actually seen your video and how interesting it's been for the community, your video. So what I suggest is to try to speed up. I know that everybody is busy, but the idea is to speed up the procedure, find someone that is willing to do that, think about this, imagine that the topic, you know the topic, you don't know the question you will basically have anyway to answer the question in 10 days, 20 days, pretty much, 15. So to answer the question, but if you have the time to create something, think about something with your friends, with your colleagues, with someone else, anyway, there is no problem, but as long as you submit that thing soon. Again, the sooner you submit, the more chances you have to learn.
Do we register in the website we have?
This will be open until the 21st, anyway.
Which time is the closing time? 21st, but which time?
I think
Okay,
it's midnight Europe time. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I can find out and let you know if you email me, because I can email. But yeah, that would be, yeah. But again, you will have the same problem.
Yeah, because if it's with the Boston time or with the other times, we have behind time.
Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing is that, again, you should, ideally, you should have uploaded everything way before it, just because of license, because you have answers to be seen in the online community. And also you have more time to go to friends or everybody, to tell them to make their thing. I don't know. You can, if you have the 1 minute, 2 minutes video, you can start posting it on your Facebook page and ask your friends to share it. Of course, if they will like it, and then you tell them to like it on YouTube, you will have more likes. It's a lot about networking. That's why it's good for you and everyone to join the conversation on Facebook, to participate. And just because you can, let's say that you sort of publicity free that you do for yourself. At first with your friends, but then you can extend it to everyone. And it's just better for you. Any other questions? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now, I know that you have questions now, and I think Nicola can answer also if you have questions. So we close the session, but if you have further questions, we are here. He is here to answer.
Yeah.
And as I said, we are trying, me and Andrea, and also Maria, which is our prorettore. I don't know in English.
Assistant dean.
Is the vice rector of Como, something like this. And we want to press to push teams because maybe it's too soon to say, but water management is one of the major things that the ComoCampus will develop in the next few years. We are going to conceptualize projects and so on. So for us, it's also a way to look at you, to see interesting ideas. Obviously, if you win the competition, we are very happy also for our institution. But it's also a way for us to see your minds working on these things. So we are particularly interested. So we try to support you in just the top side. Okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.